So in this video, we are going to discuss about the next data type, that is dictionary. A dictionary is a collection which is unordered, changeable, and indexed. So dictionary is unordered collection, and we can change this by after assigning the values, and we can index a dictionary. And the dictionary is written using curly braces in Python, and we have key value pairs for the dictionary. For the example, we can see that we are having a dictionary A. So in the dictionary we are having two keys, name and value, name and age, and the values are Python and 29. So if you want to print name of the name Python, so you can write like this: print and the string name, and you want to print the name Python, that is the value of name. So you can write a name in square brackets with the quotation marks, and you want to print age, you can write a square brackets and age in quotation. So it will give you output like this: name equal name colon Python and age colon 29. So let's try this with an example. So here we are creating a dictionary. A equal to name is Python, and comma between them, and age is 29. So let's print the type of this variable A, and it will give you a class dict, that is the dictionary. And if we print A, so we are printing the dictionary, so it will print like this: name Python, age 29. So we can index this using keys like name. So we are indexing name. So name is Python, so it is printing Python. If we try with age, so we are printing age using key age, so it will print 29. So this is how we can work with dictionary. Let's try some examples of methods in dictionary. So here we are having some methods. So the first is get. So how to get the elements of a dictionary. So as we are getting the values of a dictionary is like a square brackets and name in quotation. So we are printing Python. We can do this by using the get function. So we need to write a dot get. So here a is our variable, that is a dictionary, and get is a method to get the value of a key. So we are passing here a key, that is name. So it will return Python, and we want to print this. So let's run this. So here it is giving Python as same as before. So let's try this with age. So here it is giving 29. So this is how the add function works, get function works. So let's work with change values. How can we change values of dictionary? As we know that dictionaries are changeable, so we can change the value by using their keys. Like we want to change the name as Python, from Python to Java. So let's change this name. So here we are changing the name, and let's print the dictionary now. Print A. So here we have changed the of name from Python to Java. So here this is how we can change the values in keys. So here we are changing the age, and we are saying right it is 24. So let's print this. Here we are changing only age. We are not changing the name. So here it is printing name Python age 24. Let's change the both. So here it is Java. So it will print name Java is 24. So we are creating a dictionary with the name Python and 29 age 29, and we are changing the values in it, and we are printing the dictionary, and the resultant output is name Java and age 24. So this is how we can change the values. Let's try the items function. So items function return the return the keys and values. So if you want to return keys and values of a dictionary, you can use items function. So let's use this function, print a dot items. So here we are printing all the items. So this is giving us a items, that is dictionary items, and it is returning a list of two tuples. So the first tuple is for name and Python, that is a key value pair, and the second tuple is age and 29, that is also a key value pair. So let's print them separately. So we are using a for loop. We will discuss about for loop later. For now, we are saying that for I and for, so we are having two variables for I and j in a dot items. So here we are having two variables, for one for key and one for value. So let's print I j. So it will print name and value separately, and let's see what will happen. So here it is printing name Python age 29. So it is printing the key and values, and then the next line is printing the next key and value. So here it is how we can print the items. So the next function is values. So if you want to print the values of dictionary, you can just write for I in a dot values. We now print I. So here it is giving us the values Python and 29. So this is how we can get the values of a dictionary. The next is loop through dictionary. So here if you want to loop through a dictionary, like for I in A, and we want to print I, so it will give you the keys of the dictionary. It will return you the keys, all the keys of the dictionary. So it is returning us keys, values. So we are having for I in A, and we are printing A. So sorry, this is my bad. So we are printing I. So here we are having the key name and the key age. So if you loop through a dictionary, it will return you a key of all the key of the dictionary. If you loop through the values, you can get the values. So here we are using a dot values for returning values. So let's try the next example, that is check if key exists. So if you want to check that something, that some key like name in A, so you are checking that the name, that is a key, is exist in A or not. So let's try this with the condition if. So if name in A, let's print true, else print false. So if we find the key name in the dictionary A, it will print true, else it will print false. So let's run this. So it is printing true. This means that we are having name in A. So let's try if not in A, not if name not in A. So if name not in A, then it will print true. So we are having name in the dictionary A. So in this example, this will print false because we are having A, and if we are not having name not in A, then it will print true. But we are having, that's why it will print false. So here we are having the output false. So this is how we can check some keys in the dictionary, adding and removing items. So let's understand first this example. We are having a dictionary car with the three arguments, with the three key value pairs. That is first brand, Ford, model, and year. So if you print the length of the dictionary, so you need to write the function length, and you need to pass the data type, the variable of dictionary. So here we are having the variable car. So we are passing car into the length function, and we are printing this using print function. So it will print output 3. You can try this on a system. For now we are moving to adding and removing items. So if you want to add some items into the dictionary, you just need to write A, and you need to pass the key of key, and then you need to pass the value. So here we are passing a key, that is color, and we are passing the value red. So you can pass some other keys also, like you can pass text equal to send. So if you print A now, then you'll see that the items or the key values are added. So we are having name, age, color, and text, that are keys, and these are values. So this is how we can add some data to the existing dictionary. So let's try to remove some items. So there are functions to remove items, that is pop and pop item. So if you want to remove some item from the end of the dictionary, then you can use pop item. So let's use this, and let's print what will be the output. So here it is saying that age and 29 will be popped out, and let's print the dictionary now. So here it is printing, we are popping out the age and 29, and we are having the dictionary name and Python. So this is how the pop item function works. Pop item removes the last key value pair of the dictionary. So here we are having two key value pairs. So it will remove the second one. So if we have the three key value pairs like color, red, then it will remove color and red from the dictionary and will print name and age. So here it is removing color and red and printing name Python 829. So this is how the pop item function works. Let's try the pop function. So here we are having pop function. We need to pass k. So what is k? So here we need to pass the key name. So here we are passing age. So we don't want to remove the last element, the last key value, but we want to remove between something from between. So we are removing age 29. So let's print this. So here it is saying we are removing 29. So let's print A. So here it is removing age 29 from the dictionary and printing color and red. So this is how we can work with pop function. The next function is del, clear and copy. So let's try the del function. Del function, del is a keyword is u- del is a keyword is used to delete some data. So if we delete a and then we will print a, it will return an error. So name A is not defined because we are deleting A from the memory. So here we are deleting A from the memory. So now A is not in memory. So this is returning an error. Name A is not defined. So let's try the next example. That is next function is that is clear. So we will use clear function to clear the dictionary. This is an efficient function. This will not return an error. This will clear the data in dictionary and make it empty. So if we print a dot, if we do a dot clear and then print a, then it will return a empty dictionary. So now it is returning an empty dictionary. So it is better to use clear function than the del function because del function deletes the existence of the variable and it will return some error. So the next function is copy function. So as we discussed in the list video, we are having the copy method for the list also. So if you create something like this a b equal to a, so we can copy the list from b from a to b, but when we will change the data in b, it will also affect the a because the both variables are having the same address. So if we check the address of a and the address of b, and this will be the same address. So let's print this. So the address for both are same. So when we will change the data in a, it will also affect in b, and if we change the data in b, it will also affect in a. So we use copy function. So if you create a dot copy and we will make a variable another variable a and copy this to this variable. So we are copying a into the variable b. Now the address of the b variable and the address of the a variable will be changed. So they are having the different address. So now we can change the data in a and data in b separately. It will not affect on each other. So now let's print the dictionary. So they are having the same dictionary, and if we change the data of b name to python and we print b, so we are having, okay, we will change it to java. So now we are having java for b and python for a. So this is how we can work with copy function.